Hello, my Jedi friends, and today I'm going to show you how to jolt yourself out of a bad place. So, negativity, bad thoughts, toxic thoughts, depression, thoughts that take you to a bad place are very addictive. They're very addictive, folks. And I'm going to tell you today that it's possible, like that, to change your mind, but you have to want to do it. So the negativity thoughts are very addictive because being a victim feels very justified. It feels very righteous, especially if somebody's done something so wrong to you that it's very difficult for you to get your head around it. Somebody screwed you over. Somebody didn't do what they said they were going to do. Someone's thrown you under a bus for their own means. All of these things are the enemy of the empath as we try and make sense of it. So let's start with this, folks. A lot of stuff that happens to us doesn't make sense. There's no logical progression. Some people are just assholes. That's the bottom line. Now, we've talked about that. We're not going to create this good or bad paradox here. I've already told you that every arsehole has a place in your life, and it's to bring you to an awareness that you are way more powerful than you believe is possible at the moment, and you have to be tested. You have to be tested. So, on that respect, through the other side of this, every arsehole is a good thing in your life. And I know that you're probably sitting there thinking, what? No, no, they're not. No, they're not. They did this, and they are in the wrong. They're in the wrong, folks. It's very addictive using logical progression to chain our thoughts to feel justified in our victimhood. That's what it boils down to, folks. Being a victim, it's a choice. We have a choice. Are we going to be a victim, or are we going to take empowered learnings, tweak a few things in our mind, and turn up more powerful? Now, that seems very oversimple. Seems a very oversimplified approach to very complex problems. And in many respects, it is, folks, because change is simple. Changing your mind can be a lifelong journey. And it may be the death of 100 cuts. There may need to be 100 slides for you to finally flick the switch in your mind. And you can flick a switch in your mind at any given time and change it. It's your choice, folks. It is your choice. You are powerful, you are in control, and you are the one that has the complete manifesting ability to decide right this second whether you want to stay in victim mode and blame people for feeling shit, or whether you want to take 100% control of where you're at and move forward in a productive way. That's your choice, folks. So make that choice now. And if you choose for something better, here it is. It's this simple, folks. I'm going to give you a set of steps that will jolt you out, that you can change your mind. So the first thing is you have to want to change your mind. You have to want to be in a better place. You have to want to feel better than you are now. And part of that is to ask a different question. So this is a program. Just imagine you're a computer and somebody has put a virus in your head. And you're going to go now to the computer expert. You're going to hope that they can get rid of that virus so that you won't have to buy a new computer. The good news with this technique, folks, is that regardless how bad the virus is, you can always get rid of it because you have the power to create a new computer in your head at any given second. And not only that, let's bring this into perspective. For the average good person, empath, healer, you've received a lot of setbacks. There's been a lot of pain. There's been a lot of hurt. Every single one of them has compounded to bring you to the new you, the realization that you can still do what you came here to do, but you are now have a new superhero power that you learn to identify shit behavior early so that you don't have to go down the line and manifest it later on. You can identify narcissism. You can identify people that aren't giving back. The warning signs are on. Your boundaries are very firmly in place. And people that violate them, that's it. Yellow card, red card, no nonsense anymore. And the reason that you can get that is because you've been hit so many times that now you know what's coming, you know how to identify the symptoms, and the new you is better because of it. So the lower that you felt at the beginning of this exercise, the more ready you are for the message. That's the good news, folks. And the good news starts by changing your mind and asking yourself a better question. And the better question is, what can I do now to move in a more productive direction? To move in a more productive direction. That's one question. Here's another question. What question do I need to ask myself to get the maximum change in the minimum amount of time? Ask yourself that question, folks. That's a really powerful one. Spark the energy. You can change your mind. You can spark something new. What am I grateful for in my life? Now, because of the negativity bias, when things go wrong, we are consumed by the negative and we forget, we delete all of the good stuff that's happening. And you might say, but there's very little good stuff going on at the moment. So let's bring that right back down to basics. Anyone, anything, any pet in your life that's offered positive support is a good thing. Focus on that. Anything that has happened lately has brought you to a place where you're ready for the changes now. If you hadn't had the pain that you'd had that led you to this point, you wouldn't be so ready to change. So you're going to start being grateful for even the worst things that have happened to you. Now, that's slightly more advanced, and you may not be quite ready for that yet, but that is a possibility. And right at the very basics, folks, and this is back to my analogy of the care of the elderly ward, you can breathe independently, you can walk independently, all of these things, the basics in life, the things that you are not really that grateful for until you lose them, they're the things to be grateful for. And go out for a walk, appreciate nature, things like that. You can jolt your mind. Who do I need to speak to? Who do I need to connect with? Find yourself a local event. Go and explore something that you're interested in. Create a new pathway, create a new life, a new job, maybe. Start applying for jobs that you want. Start taking positive action. All of these are things that you can do, little baby steps that move you in a positive direction. And lots of little positive baby steps will create a much more positive cumulative effect, folks. So you can do that. You can do that right now, should you wish to do it. Write it down. Get yourself a list, the things that I'll do that will be a little bit more positive, that will move me positively in the right direction. There you go, folks. There is your jolt. There is your spark. That's how to do it. Now, although that is a simple exercise to do, it's not easy, folks, because we're programmed. Most people and society are programmed to focus on the negatives. But you, my friend, because you're watching this video, especially if you're still watching now, you are ready for something more positive. You're ready to take control of your life. You're ready to be an absolute Jedi and start manifesting more positive things. And you're ready to take empowered learnings from even the most negative things that have happened in your life. If you can do that, then you have a Jedi power and you have absolute manifesting ability to make your life better. So, my Jedi friends, you will take this message, you will feel better at the end of it, and you will create a path to a more positive place. And if you're finding me for the first time and you're not already subscribed and you want to be kept accountable and you want more pieces to the jigsaw, then do subscribe to this channel. It'll be hugely beneficial to you. There'll be more pieces coming your way. And there's another piece just there, folks. But either way, you have the power, you are a Jedi, and you can create whatever life you want with these simple steps.